Yeah, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching from. Depending on where you're watching from, this is .Nation News coming to you live from Lagos. My name is Ralph Tresvant, the CEO of .Nation News. Subscribe from my YouTube channel. That's the only way you could at least, contribute your own quota for the development, the growth of this YouTube establishment. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went to court today, and it was obvious that he dazzled in the court. He has been, not denying the statement he made many years ago. I think that was in 2014-15, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was addressing the Igbos using his Biafra station, radio station, to address the Igbos that each and every one of them, both outside southeastern Nigeria or within southeastern Nigeria, should be, able to defend themselves. That is, he's talking about self-defense. And he was watching in the court when the DSS, testifiers who were masking themselves, their faces, was actually testifying that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was arrested in 2015 with radio station gadgets, transmitters in his hotel room, and that he turned his hotel room into a radio station studio. That was very, very weighty. That kind of accusation get weight, but the kind of weight he get, we say, not shameless, shameful weight. Because whether the room is turned into a radio studio or radio station, that is likely it should be like that. After all, his hotel room is not for, hotel accommodation. He rented it, he paid. He did not offend the hotel management. He paid. He paid his money. And he was doing the same agitation we are doing now. At least addressing the Igbos to actually go for self-defense. And you look at that statement, federal government said it was an inciting statement. And today we've seen many Nigerian elites, both in the mid-belt, northern Nigeria, and the south, area of southwest, addressing even the security forces like DSS, the same people that are testifying against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have actually come out to tell Nigerians to defend themselves. That is the right time. Every Nigerian should defend themselves, because the military forces, the police, they are not securing or at least giving us needful security, needed security both in the north, mid-belt, southwest and southeast. The same indicting statement, the same inciting statement. Danjuma said the same, Babangida said the same, Director General of DSS said the same, the bishops and pastors, they are saying the same. Everybody, it has cut across. That's why now they actually, counter all the testimonies and witnesses, that come forward today to at least nail him in the court. After he's actually, narrated his own part of the story, I think James Omotocho was in the right position to applaud Nnamdi Kanu, clapping profusely. Well, it means that actually Nnamdi Kanu dazzled the security personnel in the court, the presided chief judge in the court, into believing that he, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has not committed any crime. So that's why the court session today was a very peaceful one. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu actually, defended well himself, the Igbo nation, and all the accusations that brought forward, labeled against him. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu actually perfected his reasons, on how someone, a marginalized person, an exploited person, someone that has been oppressed for a very long time, should at least competently defend himself. And the court actually has taken his own, defense counsel's, suggestion, the proper solution. They come forward, the defense counsel to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Then again, in conjunction with the federal government defense counsel, they actually arrived at a very peaceful agreement, and which was why James Omotocho clapped for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the court. He was overwhelmingly amazed, the ways, the manner, the comportment, the boldness at which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, was speaking today in the court. He has never seen somebody like that coming forward with that kind of oratory rendition since his inception as a presiding chief judge over many cases. I think Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has carried the day. He is the subject matter, going viral all over the social media now. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was illegally rendition from Nairobi, Kenya in 2021 by Nigerian government and administration under Buhari, General Muhammad Buhari, who actually sent Nigerian military forces, security forces in conjunction with Nairobi, Kenya, Interpol, and they actually kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu into Nigeria. They brought him illegally without following the procedure, international procedure, appropriate procedure, as it was indicated by United Nations Organization. The charter that United Nations has come out with in 1945, Nigeria went against that. It wasn't a due process extradition because Nigeria and Kenya, they don't have treaty to extradite any of their citizens if he found erring or committed any unlawful, offense. So this time around, we've seen a man who stood on his feet. His legal counsel's team could not even speak or advocate on his behalf. He stood up by himself with the Supreme Court documents as the judgment was delivered, in his favor many years back during Muhammad Buhari administration. And currently, with the judgment by Supreme Court during this current administration, Nnamdi Kanu actually outsmarted everybody, both the federal government council and the presiding judge, James Omotocho, who could not control his emotion or passion for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a man whose case has been dragging and dragging, protracting and protracted from 2015 till date. James Omotocho could not hold himself. He was overwhelmed, by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's performances today. His oratory rendition, his faultless narratives and speeches actually interested James Omotocho. And Omotocho could not hold his, emotion back. He started clapping. He clapped and clapped. Before you know it, everybody in the courtroom, both the council team to the federal government, the lead council, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lead council, legal team, everybody started clapping and clapping. They clapped, and the whole court busted into that kind of frenzied explosion because someone has actually defended himself well. Well, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has successfully, proven that the Fulani tribe has concentrated assault in the southeastern Nigeria, maiming and disaliving the Igbo nation, and trying to make it look like genocide. And actually, it still remains the biggest, the largest genocide on the continent of Africa since inception in 1966. They are still busy, the Fulani Janjaweed, spying and unaliving the Igbo people. That's why Nnamdi Kanu was actually forced to pick up offense and began to agitate for Biafra emancipation since 2014. So we've seen what transpired at the court today. Nnamdi Kanu has carried the day again. He has won as usual. So the case that he has to answer again should be on 2nd May. That is coming Friday. Everybody should come out en masse. All roads lead to Abuja. Let us go and witness it by ourselves. So that after the court appearance of 2nd May, finally everybody should be going again back to Abuja FCT. That should be on 6th of May 2025. Final release. And actually, after today's when the session ended today, it was too obvious that TINUBU has no option but to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a man that was freed more than 2 times by both appeal court and the Supreme Court. He actually attended in attendance today with all the documents, delivered judgment, delivered by the Supreme Court. And the current court session could have no excuse but to bear with, abide by the Supreme Court judgment. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made his own stance clear today that you cannot bear witness thoroughly, an honest witness, truthful witness, a witness that is so, impeccable, blameless, without exposing your face so that people will see you and know the identity behind the mask. But the mask up, You know, masking up is falsification. You know, masking up is dishonest. Masking up meaning something is pitching. Why must you cover your face? Testifying in the court of law. The whole world was watching today. Nigeria is a disgraced nation. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has won. And I tell you, it is really indeed a story. We have many stories to tell this week when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be back in the court again to defend himself. Federal government of Nigeria was the one that come up with all these cases, allegations and charges. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu keeps winning and winning and winning and winning and winning. He is still winning all the way. Kanu has been winning. Kanu has won. First time, second time, he has won. Kanu has been winning and defending himself so competently as a result of his expertise, legal expertise. That guy knows more than the chief judge. All those sons, you know, with him in the court, nobody could talk today. Kanu defended himself too well. And the lawyers and the legal team, they were all watching, stunned by the rate at which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was actually defending himself. I tell you, the next time they go to court, everybody should come out, you know, let us troop into the court. No, today, they minimized the number of attendants in the court to 20 in number. They could not even allow Omo Elechowore to partake in the court session. They were all barricaded, bolted out, not to take part in the courtroom because something very extraordinary was about to happen. And it actually transpired today that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu outsmarted the court, outsmarted the legal team of Federal Republic of Nigeria, and even in control of his own legal team. Kanu is a lion. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has given federal government another Woto Woto right in the court to the level that James Omotochop could not, you know, withhold his emotion. He clapped and clapped. He actually gave it to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a man with unequaled oratory rendition, a man whose speech could even waken up a dead man, can even bring the lion heart down. His name is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the current leader of Biafra agitation. He has been doing well and he's too good. He knows what to do, how to do it well, and he's a very wonderful man. So today, we've seen what actually transpired at the High Court, and everybody in Nigeria, especially from Igbo extraction, was in a very high spirit. Myself, my colleagues, and other Biafra in diaspora, they were all in high spirit, and today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu competently outsmarted the federal government-led legal teams. We are winning and winning and winning through the grace and the might of Tuku Okika Biama. I have to end it here. Let me tell you, tomorrow we are coming again to say hi and to tell you what's up on this very YouTube channel. It is my own YouTube channel. The name is .Nation News in the East. I implore you to like me, hit notification bell, follow me, subscribe from my YouTube channel. That is the only way you could be doing me good. I always dedicate my time talking and analyzing on Biafra issue. That is what I know how to do best. Nnamdi Kanu, Chineke noziligi, ndị Igbo, Chineke nozilunu. Put on a mask. Subscribe one from my station, studio. I don't beg anybody money. I just do this work because I have passion doing it. Nobody is giving any helping hand, but only God. What you should do right now is to massively subscribe from my YouTube channel. I still remain Ralph Tresvant. Thank you so much for watching, my highly esteemed viewers. You are all wonderfully blessed. Bye from now.